Welcome back to the Late Night News. The alleged police action over the Lankan refugees detained at the Chengalpet special camp has angered social rights activists and pro-Tamil groups in the state. However, the state police have denied any action against the refugees.
After the police action against the inmates of Chengalpet special camp, pro-Tamil outfits and human rights activists are up in arms against the government. They say this incident has clearly exposed the government's double standards over the welfare of Sri Lankan refugees. They now demand strict action against the police officials.
ஈழத்தமிழர்கள் அடைக்கப்பட்டிருந்த செங்கல்பட்டு சிறப்பு முகாமில் அவர்கள் உரிமை கேட்டு அறப்போர் நடத்தியதற்கு பரிசாக கடுமையான மிருகத்தனமான தாக்குதலை காவல்துறையினர் நடத்தி 15 பேர் படுகாயமுற்று அங்கிருந்து அகற்றப்பட்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இதுக்கு கடுமையான கண்டனம் நாங்கள் தெரிவிக்கின்றோம். இந்த குற்றங்களை இழைத்த காவல்துறை அதிகாரிகள் மீது உரிய நடவடிக்கை எடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டதோடு சிறப்பு முகாமில் அடைக்கப்பட்டிருந்த அத்தனை தோழர்களையும் விடுவிக்க வேண்டும் என்ற கோரிக்கை வலியுறுத்தி இந்த ஆர்ப்பாட்டம் நடைபெறுகிறது.
At Chengalpet, the camp has been placed under high security after the incident. As tension prevails inside the camp, the remaining 18 inmates complain that they have been denied food and are being repeatedly harassed by the police.
It's a very awkward, naked, aggressive, atrocious act and illegal act of the police and the regimes of Tamil Nadu and central government.
As the human rights activists and pro-Tamil outfits decide to take the issue out on the streets, the Tamil Nadu police was quick to react and denied charges of any police excess committed against the inmates. Meanwhile, the Prisoners' Rights Forum has filed a public interest litigation demanding judicial inquiry and compensation to the injured refugees. In Chennai, with camera person Naveen and Shabir Ahmed, Ramanathan, Ndtv-Hindu.
Well, looks like you can pay your way through anything nowadays. Well, you can even change your caste and avail of the benefits of reservation with a few thousand rupees. Caste certificates, which are normally issued after verification and elaborate procedures, are now on sale, often at the expense of the very people they are meant to benefit. Our investigative reporter Sai Manish visited a Tahsildar's office with his spy cam.
A caste certificate is a tool for social empowerment. But the very tool meant for upliftment has become a saleable commodity. Here at the Greenways Taluk office, a caste certificate can be bought in a jiffy for a few thousand rupees.
ஓட்டர் ஐடிக்கு இங்கே ஒரு 1000 ரூபா செலவாகும் சார் இங்கே.
சரிங்க சார்.
அப்புறம் இங்கே நம்ம சர்டிஃபிகேட் வாங்குற இடத்துல ஒரு இருந்தாலும் ஒரு ரூபா 2 ரூபா செலவாகும்.
சரிங்க சார். ஸோ டோட்டல் ஒரு 3:30க்கு முடிஞ்சிருமா சார்?
ஆமாம் சார் முடிஞ்சிடும்.
சரி அது மணிக்கு அவங்களுக்கு கொடுத்தா ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணுவாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு தேவை நமக்கு தேவை ஒரு சின்ன அத்தாரிட்டி இருந்தாலும் போதும். அவங்க அதை போட்டு வாங்கி கொடுத்தாங்க.
Ordinarily, one just needs to submit a form with a 3 rupee stamp on it, following which the Tehsildar checks the applicant's land holding, which is the primary basis of issuing these certificates. Even in the Roypuram Taluk office, these rules are never obeyed. Touts are more than willing to grease the palms of insiders and get the certificate.
voter ID voter ID பண்ணிடலாம். அதுக்கு பிறகு
Clearly, nothing works like speed money. With John, Sai Manish for Ndtv-Hindu.
Influenza seems to be a lot more dangerous than earlier thought of. On World Cancer Day, oncologists blame expanding waistlines, alcohol and smoking for the ever-increasing number of cancer patients in urban India.
More than 10 lakh new cases of cancer are detected in India every year, and more than 50% of them are preventable through minor but long-term changes in lifestyle. So this World Cancer Day, the mantra was to catch them young. Cancer Institute Adyar had organized an awareness campaign for children in the city.
புற்றுநோய் விரட்டி அடிக்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம இது மாதிரி புகைப்பிடித்து மது அருந்தல் போன்ற திட்டத்தை விட்டுறணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். விட்டுடுவோம். ஒழிப்போம் ஒழிப்போம் புற்றுநோய் ஒழிப்போம்.
Easier said than done. Tobacco consumption accounts for most cancers in India. It kills 1 in 2 users. According to the World Health Organization, by 2020, about 1.5 million Indians will die annually due to tobacco abuse.
Among the modifiable risk factors are tobacco, alcohol, diet. Diet includes obesity, lifestyle, occupation. Each of these factors actually contribute to an extent of about 70 to 90% in the etiology of cancer, along with the genetic makeup. Tobacco singly, if you see, you're responsible for about half the percentage of male cancers and about a quarter of the percentage of female cancers. It, in fact, is the single most preventable cause of morbidity and mortality associated with cancer.
The earlier, the easier, stress oncologists. They say there's at least a growing awareness in cities, but people in rural areas still remain in the dark when it comes to cancer and its cure. And that needs to be changed. In Chennai, Nithula for Ndtv-Hindu.
But the good news is that most cancers are curable if detected early. There are many people who live a full life after being diagnosed with the dreaded disease. And one such man is theatre personality Ndtv-Hindu.
For theatre personality Ndtv-Hindu, living with cancer has become just another act on the stage of life. But things weren't always hunky-dory. Like everybody else, he was shocked and saddened when he was first diagnosed with the disease. But with his family's constant support, he has been able to change all that.
When I was first diagnosed with cancer, my first worry was my mother, because I was wondering how the family would take the news, and I'm the youngest and her pet, so that was my biggest worry. I'm on an alternative medicine, on a herbal treatment, and I'm doing very well on that.
Now Mithran heads Cancer, a public outreach program to spread awareness about the disease. The program launched today will provide free treatment to cancer patients belonging to the economically weaker sections of the society and also take cancer awareness and treatment to rural areas. Mithran's friends are full of praise for the way he's handled his situation.
He has dealt with it in a very, what shall I say, encouraging way, the way it should be dealt with. Because when he called me for interview, he said, "You come home, I can't come there." I said, "Why?" He said, "I'm suffering from cancer." He said it just as if I'm suffering from flu or something like that. I said, "What, Mithran, how did it happen?" He says, "I used to smoke and so it has affected me. Now I've learned my lesson."
Mithran himself has only this to say.
What cancer cannot do? Cancer is so limited. It cannot cripple love. It cannot shatter hope. It cannot corrode faith. It cannot destroy confidence. It cannot kill friendship. It cannot shut out memories. It cannot silence courage. It cannot quench the spirit. It cannot steal the joy of Christmas. And I would like to add to that is that to stay positive, and it cannot steal the joy of living.
In Chennai, Nithula for Ndtv-Hindu.
Well, he plays hero in his own way. What is the real-life drama playing out between two Kollywood comedians? Find out when we come back.